Well, leadership is one of those words that it can go in so many different directions. But I think if I think about what leadership means for me, it's about understanding myself so that I can understand others and then help guide people to get where they want to go or where we want to go together. One thing that I really learned at Yale Law School was just such an appreciation for clear argument. And that you need to establish all the facts and all the reasons for what you're arguing. And in my work as a writer, I'm trying to convince people to agree with me on some kind of point that I'm making about human nature or happiness or whatever. And understanding how you need to move people through an argument if you want to convince them is something that I think about every day. I think an obstacle that I faced was that I just didn't think hard enough about what I wanted. I went to law school because I was good at research and writing, and it's a great education. And when I was there, I feel like now looking back, there were so many resources to help me think about what were all the things that I might do and all the paths that I might follow. And I think that I don't know why, looking back, I didn't avail myself of them more. Somehow I just sort of put one foot in front of the other. It was like, oh, I'll apply for a clerkship, instead of thinking about sort of everything that might be possible. I think I thought I understood how the world worked much better than I did. Now looking back on it, there was a lot of, and you don't know what you don't know. That's just part of it. But there were a lot of resources that were open to me, and I wish that I had used them. Well, I have worked with some great people. So I asked Justice O'Connor what the secret to happiness was. And in a flash, clearly she had thought about it many times. She said, work worth doing. That is a great answer. And the more I've thought about it, the more true it is. I also worked for Reed Hundt, who's a Yale Law School graduate, when he was chairman of the Federal Communications Commission. And the thing I learned from Reed is whatever happened, Reed would say, this works for us. From the Dalai Lama, from observing him, he has a kind of a lightheartedness to him, which is surprising. I don't think you think, but he sort of laughs all the time. And I thought, well, that's, he's got a lot on his shoulders, and he's still, is lighthearted. And I think there's a lot to that. I think if you're lighthearted, for one thing, it makes stressful situations easier. It makes it easier for people to come to you with maybe bad news. It creates an environment where people want to approach you. My advice is to spend a lot of time with your fellow students. And sometimes you think, oh, I should be studying or I should be writing cover letters. But the time that I am the most, that I felt like I spent was very, very well spent, was just hanging out in the dining hall and talking to people. One thing that I have seen is that everybody that I went to law school with is coming back. People in my class, ahead of me, behind me, over and over, I'm running into these people. And I'm not even a practicing lawyer, so it's not like, oh, I'm running into them in some, conference. The people that you know in Yale Law School will appear and reappear in your life. So take the time to get to know them, spend time with them, value that time, and remember that they will be reappearing in your life. So, you want to cultivate good feelings as much as you can. One of the things to do if you sort of don't know what to do with yourself is what do you do? What do you spend your time on? What parts of the newspaper do you read? Because I think sometimes people think about what they should do, and they ignore what they naturally do. I think that this work is so important because I think that anything that helps students understand the variety of the world, the richness of human experience, there's so many careers, things you never thought of. And so I think anything that helps them learn more about that and see how they might play a role or learn more and help them form connections, get information, make it all seem within reach, I think that's just invaluable.